Okay, what's up? That looks pretty dang good. Hi, everybody. Let me try to bring this around here a little bit. John's Homestead. It's a Saturday. It is a Saturday, and it is April 1st, 2023. April 1st, 2023. Yo, see the green thing? I made me a box spring last night. I'm finally like up off the floor a little bit. If you know what I mean, up off the floor a little bit. Been down and out last couple weeks. Nerves or wreck. Worked through all that though, and man, I feel so much better. Because life is great, and I have so much to be grateful for, and boy, don't lose track of that. Don't lose track of that. Anyway, I was just going to turn you on live and hang out with y'all for a little bit. I'm doing my normal thing. I got some scrap metal here, a bunch of this copper wire. You know me. If you know me, you already know me. Can't help it. It's free money sitting here, so I'm going to make it happen. So I'll strip all this wire down and hang out with you guys for a while. See how this live stream thing goes, because it takes like 3 or 4 hours for it to upload. So it's like, I don't know. There's other people in the house too, so I don't want to eat all the internet by trying to upload all the time. So I'm going to try live stream it, and we'll just start hanging out every Saturday. And anybody needs any conversations, come on in. Let's have a chat. Yeah, hang out with me. Oh, I'm going to strip this wire down. And whenever something comes to mind, I'll pop in and say a little something. Say a little something. Yeah, yeah. Life is for smack me in the face. Got like 2 eyebrows now. What was I doing? I wanted to show you guys something. That's what it was. Let's get this out the way. Yeah, sometimes it's really easy to get caught up in the details of life, the small moments, you know. You lose track of the bigger picture. Um, there I am, little Johnny boy, way back when. It's probably 1982, 1983. Yeah, it's like 3, maybe 4. So never forget where I come from. Let's see here, where was I? Oh yeah. So, speaking with a clearer tone and a stronger voice, I would like to remind myself of my why. Why am I doing this? Why am I changing my ways? Why do I want to have such an impactful change that it actually helps my grandson and grandkids and great grandkids and generational wealth, so to speak. I want that type of a foundation that's so solid that anybody's kids could be able to utilize it for their well-being and continuing building a stronger DNA and genetic code that isn't where it is now. So I just feel like in order to do that, we need that strong foundation, and this is why you are changing your ways and thinking differently and doing things differently and getting yourself to the point of I need to be around like-minded people that actually want to elevate themselves in life and want to, i.e., strengthen the DNA. So here I am, fucking doing it, and it's fucking beautiful. Bam. First thing on the list, surround myself with positive people who are willing to help me stay positive and challenge me, as well as support me to become my full self, my full authentic self of who I am as a light being and a person who shines the light. What just happened? So to touch on the whole be your full self, only you have the visions of life in your head of how life should be, and that's your picture, that's your design, that's what your light is in this now moment on this earth. So knowing that each individual human has all that in them, some might not be aware of it, and some are aware of it. So like-minded, engulfing a full self. So there is no hesitation in just or authentically being able to speak your voice clearly, freely, without hesitation. It's a very intoxicating freedom. And that is what I've been searching for. This space in my head where you feel like you're a slave. You work your 9 to 5 all the time. You do a good job. You build your own house. You take care of people. You sacrifice all your time so everybody else is comfortable. And at some point, that urge for that freedom came over me. Personally, I think it was, almost 13 years ago now. May 20th, 2010 was a automobile accident I was in and killed me. It killed the part of me that I wanted dead. My soul truly knew that that wasn't me. Yeah, I was younger. You grow and you mature and all that stuff, but spiritually, like, it was definitely what needed to happen in my life to get me to the point of I'm aware of myself now and I realize what I'm doing. So I set forth to change, so to speak. Not being an angry person at the world, not being a victim of circumstance anymore, not being an angry, violent person, not being addicted to substances and not being in control of my emotions, and instinctively I would act sporadically, and it just wasn't healthy. It wasn't working for me, and it literally killed me. I got smashed in a van and ruptured all my inner organs, broke 5 ribs, broke 2 hands of my bone, broke my right femur. I still have a metal rod from knee to hip in that leg. I had to learn how to walk again, and it took them 36 hours to fix me. So that's where I get the fact that I am very blessed to be alive right now. So that's part of my Be Blessed Beautiful. I've utilized that mindset to actually change me. So my why has a deep connection to the fact that I've come from this little boy to now a man that's been dead before, but somehow still alive. I was the only one in the accident got hurt. I was going 65 miles an hour, fell asleep at the wheel, or dazed off, or whatever happened, and everybody was stopped at a stoplight on State Road 37 in Indiana, and I smashed into the car that was, there was 3 vehicles that got hit. I hit the person, the other person hit the next person, that person hit the next person. I was going like 65 miles an hour apparently, and smashed that person without slamming on the brakes. Got pinned in the van. I was in shock when the firefighters were cutting me out. The seatbelt explosion melted to me. Got some scars. Opened up my belly. Ruptured my pancreas, my liver, my kidneys, spleen, gallbladder. All of them had to do some type of work or take them out of me. And it's like 6 months to try to get the pancreas to heal, and I had tubes hanging out of my gut. That's like, yeah, something really important is the pancreas, and I learned a lot about it, and I thank God every day that I'm not diabetic or had to get insulin shots, because I don't like needles, and I would have had to take a shot every day, and I had a willpower for that not to happen for sure. Yeah, so that's John Bledsoe. Here I am, and now I've moved myself down here to Florida, and it wasn't an easy thing to do, living paycheck to paycheck. So kind of just had to jump and make it happen. But when you got a strong desire for something, then you find a way to make it happen. And I am grateful. I've worked on gratitude for life for a long time, and it is very important to continue to practice gratitude in life, and it will show you the nicer things of life. So I'm grateful to be here, and grateful for the opportunity to stay here with my cousins. And it won't be long. I'll have my own shit, and I'll be in the place that I have desired to get to. So I'll be in a new beginning, which is what I've been looking for. And I'm going to find some property, and I'm going to start doing my thing. So buying property is the goal. And that brings me to the other part of my why I did this is I feel like I kind of isolated myself moving here, so that allows room for me to focus on just doing what I need to do to buy that property, So if you stay in the old way of thinking of continuing to pay rent and I'll save a little bit, and times are changing and the way we use money is changing, and I'm changing with those changes. So I'm putting myself in a situation where I can work and pay my bills and feed myself, and also learn more. So going to school, figuring out everything I can about money and how it's going to work and how to actually utilize it coming up, because I used to always love doing things with cash, and cash seems to not be working anymore. So I gotta figure out a different way to live, So I'm fucking happy to be here, man. I really am. So surrounding myself with people who have knowledge of how money works and what to do with it is exactly what happened by moving down here. So I want to move out of a 5-figure income into a 6- and 7-figure income. That's the other goal. So ideally I thought maybe that's what will get the property, but in all actuality I really don't know. So it's not about what's going to get it. This is just about where my focus is at. So not being in my home state and around all the people that I grew up with and doing the things I was doing up there has, I think that's what my nerves was all about the last few weeks. You know, I'm actually doing it. I'm down here, I'm moved in, got my IDs. I'm actually a Florida resident, a medical marijuana holder now. Um, got my fishing license. I'm doing everything that I said I wanted to do. So here I am, fucking living in Florida. The weather's beautiful, and I'm engulfed to this global knowledge now. Global knowledge. Remember that. So it's just me against the world, baby. I got a team of people that are really smart though, and they know their stuff, and they actually have it organized now in a way that feels like any type of university set up. You got some curriculum to follow, you got some learning to do, and then you better be at your meetings, because that's where you're getting all the good stuff. And I'm loving it, man. It's just like intoxicating. Like I want to dive all the way in and be doing it full time now, but you know, there's a process. You gotta learn what you're doing before you can actually be doing it. So that's where I'm at now. I'm learning and I'm doing it, and I'm proud of where I'm at, and I'm proud of the team that I've joined. And that's just the part-time thing. I mean, I'm doing roofing service work right now to pay the bills, and it's working out pretty good. So I'm really blessed to be here. And that was the third thing on my list. I already went over it. To learn a skill or knowledge, to be able to obtain the freedom of time. The freedom of time. Yeah, say that again. To be able to do whatever I want, to be able to move wherever I want. So global. We're global people. We're not in a state, in a city, inside of a county, at a little bitty house. You're in an entire globe of people. There's worlds of opportunities out there. You never know. You might like it. Fourth thing on my list was how to utilize the skills I have to bring my true desires into my reality. Financial freedom, time freedom, the feeling of just let me live and leave me alone. I don't need your taxes. I just need some property and some water. And I already know how to fix all that, though. I already know I don't need your fucking power plants and all that bullshit. I just need some property. And we'll be self-sufficient. Well, it'll be completely self-sufficient. It's unreal to me how many people don't build houses that aren't self-sufficient. You're literally creating these money pits and then acting like you've done something great. Blows my mind, bro. Which you have. It is an enormous task to take on. To build any new type of residential home is a lot of work. Just not the type of work I would do. I do it because that's what I've learned. That's the old ways of doing things. But till I get my own shit, ain't nobody gonna let me build that shit on their house, on their property. Talking some geodesic dome, talking monolithic dome, talking hydropower, solar power. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of it, but it works. So many different ways to generate power. I'm glad I talked about that. I feel better. We got a pack of wild dogs over here. Not really wild, but like the people I'm staying with, they're really, really nice people, and they've been taking care of the strays that get dropped off out here, and they're up to 4 dogs now. But it's awesome. It's an awesome experience to have a stray animal earn your trust, and you earn their trust as well, and become part of the dog family that stays here now. But she's really smart, and the one of them, she gets out the fence, and she still wants to roam out in the woods out here because even though it's like plotted out to be built on, there's still only like 5 or 6 houses out here, and most of it's still wooded, so it's kind of still wild out here. But I love it. It's perfect. I'm in the middle of the woods. It's a lot of silence. It's really peaceful. I don't have a whole lot of traffic. I'm next to a national forest. I'm 5 minutes from a river. I'm 5 minutes from a lake. Like, I'm in heaven. I'm in freaking heaven. So why I'm here? That's what I'm doing now. I was pushing myself super hard and wanting to get to the result faster, and that added to my stress over the last couple weeks, and the fact that, I actually moved down here and made all of that happen. I still got half my stuff up there. I really want to get my mushroom stuff back and start growing mushrooms again. And we got some stuff going. We got some tomatoes going. They planted some tomatoes, and they got a banana tree, and we're in the talks of trying to get some chickens, but we'll see if that actually happens or not. So I actually still get to do some homesteady type stuff here, and it's like neighbors behind us. We just got this like open. The neighbors over here has some people that aren't going to, so it's in the state forest over here. So we know for a fact that we're going to be out here in the woods for, it'll probably be 4 or 5 years before it's probably all built up. Oh, shoot. All right, I'm going to get back to stripping some wire. So yeah, I got a few of the weekly checkups on the GoPro still, but I actually hadn't done anything in the last 2 weeks, I don't think, or a week and a half, or whatever it's been. And yeah, I just didn't feel like I had anything to say. So even though I'm still staying consistent with myself and wanting to do that every week, I dropped the ball on myself and didn't do anything for a couple weeks. So anyway, it's been a half hour. I love you guys. Love you very much. We'll talk again soon.